Well, I should only when the doorbell.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Let's start it. And
We're live.
what up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Thursday edition of the Stay Cashin show. Me and Bill were having a conversation about how he has to get the door in a minute. So if you overheard the beginning of that, I was telling him just to let the show go for a minute or two, and my camera's doing it again. Evan, this is your fault. I blame you for this.
I didn't do shit.
You did. I had a camera, and I gave you the card. I said, buy me the best webcam in America. And I have a $200 webcam sitting here that keeps turning me into a painting.
I mean, mine looks crispy as hell.
Well, I have to do something about this. We're going to make some changes. I got to fucking adjust this thing. Anyway, welcome to the show. Nice, clean, smooth start here on a Thursday. I'm feeling good today, guys. I actually have minor movement in my hip. I went and got my cortisone shot. It was a complete disaster. He said it's so destroyed and so swollen that he couldn't even, the needle's like this long that they got to put in my hip. Bill, you've seen it, right? I'm not exaggerating. It's this long. It's like a 10-inch needle. And he had to go in and around and in and around to get into the joint. And I was just like, I'm so good with needles and pain. And I was like, oh, God. And he's like, you want to take a break? I'm like, just go. But I could walk a little bit. I went from like the penguin where I was wobbling to just like, what's the dude from Usual Suspects, Rackets, who has the limp?
And
at the end he walks.
Oh fuck, I don't remember
him. That's how I am now. So I am mobile a little bit. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Bill, how are you doing today?
Good. Watching
Balls Deep in Unabomber or fucking Zodiac Killer?
Zodiac Killer today.
Really? That's your
I'm hunting down the Zodiac Killer.
Have you figured out who it is?
I know exactly who it is.
Are you gonna help them crack the case?
The FBI refuses to listen to any information on the case. They consider the case closed. It's a
even from you?
Yeah. I mean, I know who it is. We all know who it is. And the guy's dead. So he can't kill anymore. And that's it.
So you think it's like Kaiser Soze? Thank you. Jesus Christ. I can't with no one on the show. I'm supposed to blank. I have CT.
Zodiac out.
Kaiser Soze. Thank you, Chad. So you think he's as dead as DeMar Hamlin or not as dead as DeMar Hamlin? On a scale that's what it's going to be. On a scale from 1 to DeMar Hamlin, how dead is he?
DeMar Hamlin's not dead.
Well, he's definitely dead.
No. There's the door.
There it is. All right, Bill. See, you made it through the first minute. Joey Rackets, what's up, my brother? Do you think DeMar Hamlin's dead?
I don't know if he's dead, but that's some fucking shady shit going on, man. I don't know.
I mean, we've been talking about this since Saturday. We had were you on the Discord and we had My Maria come on the voice chat and we broke the whole thing down on Saturday or Sunday night? I don't know. It was all one day for me this weekend.
No, I love My Maria though.
Yeah, that was he's dead. Evan, what do you think? You think he's dead? Do you think it's a clone or you think everything's normal?
I don't think he's dead, but I made that video on TikTok and then I posted the one on here. They both did really well, by the way. But a lot of people are saying that I'm a normie because I don't think he's dead.
Well, no, I was going to tell you did the video wrong. So I saw your video. It was good. It was good. It was dead on. But what you can't do if you're trying to get a viral conspiracy video from the king of viral conspiracy videos, you can't say the normie side. You got to ask the question of, was this a heart or was it a pyramid? Was this the three devils? You know, you can't go and debunk it while you're presenting it. You got to leave it that you're questioning it. But you were a little like, I mean, obviously it's 2 threes. Obviously it's not that. I mean, obviously that's a heart. You kind of normify the video if you wanted to do that.
Go watch.
Like, meanwhile, the fucking Peacock video that Evan made last year about the Peacocks going to the Final Four. He was all in that the Peacock was going to fucking win. But DeMar Hamlin, who the whole world knows he's dead, he's like, well, that was obviously 3. That was obviously a heart.
You can't tell me that. You're saying that was a triangle.
I'm saying it was intentionally a triangle. Go to the LeBron James video when when Kobe died, when LeBron James did this, and then this, and then this. It was the same exact symbols he did. And I'm not saying you have to believe it. I'm just saying when you make that, fuck you, Bill, fucking stick that up your ass. I'm not saying you have to believe it. I'm saying that you gotta make it controversial. You can't. I know you want to bring the Evan Normie into it. You gotta leave the Evan Normie out. You gotta just question everything.
I'll keep that in mind.
I mean, you probably lost 5,000 views because of that. people probably went, fuck this, I'm not sharing this guy. Because you're basically, anyone who wants to share it, the people that are going to share it are conspiracy theorists, right? They're not going to share it if you're debunking it in the video.
It's valid. Well, I will have also the other side sharing it.
No, the other side doesn't share it. The other side, yeah, because you got a good portion of the nuts. You got to get the nuts. The lunatics are the ones sharing. But you did good. It was a good video. It was. I would have just taken those 2 pieces out. That was it. Bill, how'd the door go?
We're fine.
You went good? Okay. Everything's good?
I opened it.
Okay. You did great. That's phenomenal. All right. We got a lot of headlines here. A couple tie into Rackets, his boys and his teams. Just broke right now. Frank Reich, former coach of the Colts, who was fired because he's that fucking terrible, just got hired by the Carolina Panthers. This isn't the big news story of the day, but it's the most recent. It just happened literally, like, I think right now. But Rackets, how do you feel about Frank Reich going to the place I think he started as a quarterback?
He went from one team without a quarterback to a team with even less of a quarterback.
Yeah. And it's good, Bill. It's what we're talking about,
Good
right?
luck.
Like, he literally did so bad and underachieved. Like, the Colts had like a 10.5 win total projection. He got fired and they replaced him with a fucking former lineman and TV anchor because they were so miserable. And, goes and gets another head coaching job immediately.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Another team just did that, Evan. Just hired someone who got fired immediately. Would you like to talk about that?
I don't want to be alive.
You want to be DeMar Hamlin, don't you?
Yeah. But the Jets just hired Nathaniel Hackett.
I mean, when you have Hack in your name, it's a bad start to begin with. But, Bill, what are we doing?
Jets suck. I've been telling you that. I mean,
You're not wrong.
Your team sucks.
Well, our team definitely doesn't suck.
Yeah, they do. They're awful.
They have like literally all the top rookies in the league, and
They had a
best
better record than the Giants.
Oh God,
And they didn't make playoffs.
Okay, they also lost their best player, Breece Hall, who was putting up the same numbers as Saquon Barkley.
They had
Took Saquon Barkley off the Giants, and let me know how far
they had 10 times better players than the Giants.
And we had 16 quarterbacks we were rotating in, who've all played about 15 minutes
Well,
total.
that, you have,
No, your guy's been playing for 3.5 years straight. Like,
well,
we had a bunch of fucking scallywags who never played more than 3 straight games, and we kept swapping them in and out.
Your team sucks.
So, Evan, are you okay with the Nathaniel Hackett thing? I think
Shut
we're
up.
all okay with it under one circumstance.
Okay.
If it lands us Aaron Rodgers.
Which, I mean, I feel like that's just written in the stars now.
It was, but don't forget, the reason Denver got Nathaniel Hackett was because they thought they were getting Aaron Rodgers there with Hackett. I hate to break your soul here, but like that's literally the only reason Denver ended up with Hackett, because they were certain Rodgers was coming to Denver and he didn't. So don't want to break your heart here early in the morning, but or afternoon.
I just don't understand why this guy is clearly fucking horrible. He got fired from the Broncos and they were immediately better the next game, and they're bringing him in.
Well, so the one thing I will say is he does have, and the track record is jaded because it's very easy to be a top offense when you have fucking Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. But I do agree, and Rackets, we talk about this a lot. Some dudes are just meant to be coordinators. Like, they're great coordinators, and they just can't be head coaches. And you got to kind of hope that maybe that's it. This is a horrible ad. This is a terrible move by the Jets. I'm not trying to justify it, but
They did it early, too. Like, they locked it up early. There's a lot of coaches and coordinators. Not like it's the end of the market. What are you doing?
I think it's because the Rodgers sweepstakes. That's the only thing that would make sense. Because even Rob Saleh
first?
Well, I don't think you. I think the whole thing is like you can't get Rodgers unless you have Hackett, right? Like Hackett's the bait on the hook. So like you go get Hackett, and then you bring in Rodgers. They also brought in the running back coach from the Titans, which kind of went under the radar, which was a nice ad, obviously, with what they did on the ground for the last 5 years. Obviously, Derrick Henry's there, so but I don't know. I mean, unless this lands Rodgers, this is a big negative on the Jets. Jets radar.
This is how it's going to work out, probably. Being a Jets fan all my life, I know how exactly this is going to work out. We're going to get so hyped for Aaron Rodgers to come. We're going to get like 2 second-round draft or 2 first-round draft picks, whatever, and then we'll go get fucking Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
Tommy would love it.
Speaking of Minshew, though, I mean, we're talking about the Jags, who he used to play for. The one feather in Hackett's cap was he did lead one of the best offenses in all of football with Blake Bortles as his quarterback. So there is a glimmer of light that is an offensive coordinator just focusing on that. They're bringing a running back coach, so he doesn't even have to focus on the running backs, right? Like they're just like, focus on quarterback and go. Rodgers would be the best fit for the Jets because I think in that case you can keep Zach Wilson for a year or two, see if he could evolve a little bit, see if Hackett could do something, Rodgers can do some. Rodgers isn't going to fucking mentor him, obviously, but
they're bros though. They're bros.
Who?
Rodgers and Zach Wilson.
I'm not worried about the Rodgers not mentoring a quarterback anymore because the reason he didn't do it with Love or anyone is because he was still peaking his prime. Rodgers knows he's got a couple years left, so I don't think he'd have a problem working a young guy. He's not afraid of losing his job anymore because Green Bay put him in that situation. What are the headlines we got here?
I just saw that Colts fans actually started a petition to keep Jeff Saturday out of the head coaching job.
It's not Rackets. They're talking about how he's in line now still.
Oh my god.
Right, you were high on him when they hired him. You liked the hire.
Yeah, and then he went 1-7, bro. Like I saw the decisions he was making.
Didn't
I'm
know
not
what
high
a
on
man's
him
clock.
anymore. Fucking terrible.
There's a lot of shit going on in the NFL right now that makes absolutely zero sense. Bill, what is your take on the Colts in general? Do you think Rackets should be more upset than he's pretending he is?
I don't care about Rackets' shitty team. I'm getting Lamar. That's all I care about.
You are grumpy today, Bill.
Yeah, dude, you can't do that. Yeah, Bill's very grumpy. Bill's grumpy because he forgot we had Stay Cashin, and I was on the phone with him, and he was all jacked up about the fucking Zodiac killer, and he's dead in the middle of a documentary. I think it's the 7th Zodiac killer documentary in 2 days. So me and Bill haven't talked in like 2 days because I've been watching Yellowstone, and he's been on Zodiac killer. And so then I told him we had the show, and his mood just went from like 100 to 0. All he wants to do is get off. All he wants to do is get off and go back to watching his 14th.
I'm going to press play as soon as we're done.
I'm surprised he's not. We got to make sure we don't go long on any segments that he's not involved in, or else he's going to be watching the movie while we're talking. Micah Parsons came out and said some shit. Do you have that, E? Did you see what was going on there?
No.
Micah Parsons, people were saying was talking shit on Dak Prescott. Any guys catch up on that?
Mm-hmm.
So Micah Parsons kind of threw Dak Prescott under the bus, and everyone's killing Micah Parsons for it right now. It's like, why? Why would you kill? How are you not allowed to be mad? You're not allowed to say something. How do you know these guys are friends? How do you know that he doesn't fucking hate Dak Prescott and hate what's going on and feel like they're risking, prime years right now for the Cowboys with some fucking bum at quarterback? You see it, E?
I can't find. He probably deleted it.
No, it was trending. I didn't pay too much attention to it, but it could have been interpreted a bunch of ways. You could probably just search his name and you could see it.
I think he deleted it. Well,
I mean, it might not even been a tweet. It might have been an interview.
I saw someone saying, "I respect him," speaking his mind.
Well, yeah, no, it was negative. It was on the. I woke up this morning and I saw it on. Hold on. No, that's not it. Someone go find it. Someone post a link in the chat. What else we got, E?
Well, just as Bill was saying, how do you feel about your love child, Desmond Ridder, is about to be pushed out of the door?
I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, they're saying that Lamar Jackson is going to go to the Falcons, for everyone who doesn't know.
I mean, it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, listen, I'm fine with Lamar Jackson going to the Falcons, but not if you have Desmond Ridder there, who came in, struggled in his first game because he hadn't played in fucking 3 months, and literally should have won the last 3. Like, they played great. They looked good. He had a monster preseason. You drafted the kid for a reason, and now you're going to go Lamar, who's young. That's the problem. If you go get an Aaron Rodgers or something, you could still have your young talent step in a couple years from now. If you're getting Lamar Jackson, like he's just going to rot. He's just done. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Bill, thoughts?
I already told you. I love it. I love Lamar coming in. It's my boy.
Is that fact? Is that like done? The Lamar Jackson
no,
thing? Like,
it's not. It's not done. But there's that's the highest speculation.
Yeah, that's the rumor where he's going.
I mean, listen, it's the perfect spot for him, right? And I think the thing the Falcons are looking at is they have a gigantic window right now of the worst conference in football history, right? I mean, you're looking at the Bucs, who are done. They were done this year with Brady, and now who knows what's happening to him. And even if he comes back, it's shit. You got fucking the worst coaches in football coaching that team. The Saints are a fucking disaster. The Carolina Panthers are bad to begin with, and now they just brought in Frank Reich, who couldn't win with the Colts. who had every tool you needed to be successful. And they have all the weapons that he would need, Like, I mean, it would be a dynamic offense with him. So I think the fit is perfect. I just don't know what you do with Desmond Ridder now. I don't know why you just fucking, what are you just fucking let him rot? I mean, there's so many bad quarterbacks in this league. You got to trade Desmond Ridder.
He'll probably be like a Mariota, I'm assuming.
Imagine they traded Desmond Ridder to the Jets. Imagine the Jets failed with all the fucking quarterback shit and did normal Jets shit and lost Rodgers and didn't get everyone. And the Jets went and fucking traded for, oh my God, I would jerk off all over my
I don't want a young quarterback again.
It's Desmond Ridder. Yeah. There you go.
I found the tweet
14.
anyway.
Okay, what was it?
Besides Mahomes, or this is replying to a tweet that says, Bills GM said, I don't want to suck bad enough to get Jamar Chase. And then Micah quote tweeted it and said, besides Mahomes, every team in the Final Four, QB is on a rookie deal and surrounded by talent. Interesting take.
So he's basically saying get rid of Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Dak's fucking trash. Dak needs to get the fuck out of there. People are still talking about how, it's not his fault. I mean, it's obviously his fault. And you got Mike McCarthy, so it's all their faults. But the beauty of it is this is the last time we have to talk about the fucking Cowboys, hopefully, until they do something drastic. What else? There was another big headline here that I saw. What was it?
Eli Apple.
Yeah, I love Eli Apple now. Dude, I fucking hated Eli Apple for so... Like, I go through these phases with Eli Apple where I think he's fucking terrible. But, I mean, he's the best shit talker in the world. I mean, the dude just finds...
media hates him so much.
He just
right now.
finds
So
his way on winning teams, right? Like, every time he's on the Saints and they're going to the Super Bowl. He's on the Giants and the Bills. Like, he gets on all these... Eli Apple goes to all these fucking teams, and he's the worst cornerback in, like, football. But
He's
they
horrible.
win.
He's
they
so
win.
fucking
Like,
bad.
Every team he's on wins. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But dude, I spent literally an hour on Eli Apple's Twitter the day after the game. If you just go back and look at Eli Apple's Twitter, you could spend an hour on all the shit that he was tweeting. He was fucking trolling DeMar Hamlin. He was fucking trolling everybody. Killed Stephon Diggs. Killed Diggs. Was just fucking murdering Stephon Diggs. So, like, listen, everyone has a role. I always say, like, these teams that to get to where the Bengals are, you have to have swag, right? Like, when I look at teams who can win it all, you got to have swag. And maybe he's just part of that, like, fucking don't give a fuck swag, and he's the fall guy that they just put up to say all the shit everyone on the team is thinking. But, dude, he went fucking in on the Bills. Rackets, what are they saying up there? He just
hate him.
Fucking killed them.
They fucking hate him. They're talking so much shit on him. Like, he's such an asshole.
He sent like 50 tweets and was tagging people.
He put up a Trump meme,
funny,
and I just want to play it. It's 17 seconds long. It'll probably be shorter than that, but I just want to play it for a second. It's fucking hilarious.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Let's go, Red.
Okay, we're good.
Because he was killing Stephon Diggs, saying he can't play in big spots.
That's
like
exactly. I know you're delayed.
Yeah, whenever the spotlight's. No, I heard it in the background. Whenever the spotlight's big, they melt the Bills, and that's what he's saying. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. They're too bright. Rackets. That city's got to be fucking.
They hate him. They absolutely fucking hate him.
It's the worst because he sucks so much, too. That's the thing. Like, if he was awesome, you'd take it, but he's so bad. And he fucking just would light him on fire. But, what a mess, dude. I love
He's not even bringing his mom to the championship game, though. He is kind of a dickhead.
And he made like a negative comment about that. He's like, nah, she ain't coming.
She ain't coming.
I ain't paying for that. I mean, he's funny, dude. He's fucking funny. See, my whole thing is I don't care if you're an asshole. As long as you own the fuck out of it. And he owns the fuck out of it.
He does.
Yeah, he owns the fuck out of it. But I think the Chiefs are in trouble this week. Obviously, one of the big headlines right now is Mahomes. You guys were telling me on the pre-show you think he looks fine.
I'll show you the video. He's
I mean, it looks fine walking.
Yeah.
I mean, he practiced.
Right? I mean, I look fine walking. I just got a cortisone shot. He probably just got one too. So, like, you look fine walking, and this dude's not going to be able to fucking move around the way he moves around. He's going to be 30-40% at best. Like, Bill, do you think Mahomes is going to be fine?
Mm-hmm. You looked fine in the video.
Walking.
No, they showed him running up steps.
No, they didn't show him running up steps.
They didn't. I mean,
running up steps. Running.
Fucking
no, he
lying.
Was going up steps. He wasn't running like Rocky up steps.
Yeah, he was running up steps.
I mean, dude, Guys, Mahomes has no chance. The Bengals are going to fucking piss all over the Chiefs this weekend. They can't
ask the question.
Well, because we're supposed to argue. That's what the show is. Why are you getting so mad? Fucking, could you, dude, you'll be back at Zodiac in 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Bill is currently crafting a puzzle to reveal who killed you.
He's got one of those like string boards behind him. But dude, and a high ankle sprain is normally fucking 4 to 6 weeks.
Here we go. Here's Dr. fucking Galati.
It's a fucking fact. It's a 4 to 6.
Oh, okay, because every human body's exactly
No. Listen, he has the best trainer.
No, Bill. Every ankle sprain has to be 4 weeks. He can't just be better a week later.
No, you can't.
No, he can't.
He can't.
He can't.
He said
got to be 4 weeks.
He said himself in the fucking interview. He doesn't know how he is till today.
I'm a doctor.
Did you see him in his little?
No, I saw him running.
Bill saw him running up the steps. Did anyone else see him running up the steps?
I didn't see.
No one else saw Mahomes running up the steps.
I saw him running.
You saw him running up the steps.
Yep.
Did anyone in the chat see Mahomes
good.
running up steps?
He looks good.
Rackets, did you see Mahomes running up steps?
No, but
I've been watching the NFL Network all fucking morning. Did anyone in this chat see Mahomes running up steps?
It takes you a while to get news.
Give me a yes
you don't watch TikTok.
or a no, because you're the only
TikTok.
person in America who saw fucking Patrick Mahomes running up steps.
Oh, I'm running.
You only.
Yep.
And ESPN isn't showing it. NFL Network isn't showing it. Can you find it on Twitter, E?
I'm looking everywhere.
I saw him doing little high step drills at fucking 5% in practice, and I've seen that 1,000 times. If the motherfucker was running up steps, I'm pretty sure it would be all over my fucking television. I got 3 TVs with 3 different sports channels on right now, all talking about Mahomes. Anyone in the chat? I want one person in the chat to tell me they saw Mahomes running up steps. Just say, I saw Mahomes running up steps, if you saw that.
Bro, he showed the fucking Zodiac Killer killed people.
You probably saw the Zodiac Killer running up steps.
Sent in letters saying I did it, and they still didn't arrest him.
Man,
so that doesn't mean shit.
A video of Patrick Mahomes running up steps. I'll give you 30 minutes to find that.
All right, I let's move on, or I'm gonna leave. I'm getting so bored.
So that video doesn't exist. All
right, goodbye.
We got anything left? E?
Goodbye.
I'm changing topics, you fucking baby. He's such a crybaby. This is what I gotta deal with. Like, he's literally 12. He's a 12-year-old. This is what I gotta deal with every day. He's mad. But do we agree? No one in the chat saw it. He just wants to go watch Zodiac Killer. All right, Bill. Thanks for tuning in. Right, we got anything else in headlines here?
That's it.
Howie Dewey. I see you popping in. What up, Dewey? Yeah. Howie, have you seen a video of Patrick Mahomes running up steps?
No. How's he looking?
Not running up steps. He's just literally barely jogging around in practice.
Good. That's what I want to see, man. I need Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
That's right. I got everyone into that Bengals Super Bowl thing.
Yeah, you talked me into it. I got University of Georgia. They already won. I got the Bengals. I got to win it.
All right. We got TCU on the money line, I think, in that same parlay.
Yeah.
I have $100 to win $1 million parlay with 3 legs left. Bengals Super Bowl's 1. Then I got Houston to win a national championship. And then I think I have the Clippers, which isn't until April. So I'll be hedging like hundreds of thousands if it got to that point.
I got the same bet, but instead of Houston, I got UConn.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing like shit. And I got the Celtics to win the NBA.
Yeah, I think we may break FanDuel if Houston and the Bengals win the Super Bowl, because I think half our subscriber base has something like that I was drunk talking everyone into doing it. What do you think of the college basketball slate tonight? I think it's actually a pretty good slate for a Thursday. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I like it right off the bat, and I like I'm sticking with our philosophy. I went with Wisconsin over Maryland last night because I hate Maryland. I don't like coach. Maryland played well at home, won. Tonight you got Iowa going into Michigan State. Michigan State's -2.5. You got to take them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Big Ten at home.
Yeah, you have to take them. I like that right off the bat. Another game I love tonight is Northeastern.
All right, so let's break this down. So we're both starting on Michigan State here.
Yeah.
Right? So you like Michigan State too. I like that too. That's minus what, 135? I think that I got that at Michigan State minus 135. That just fits, like we just said, the narrative. You're probably taking the 2.5, right?
I love the 2.5.
Yeah, no, the 2.5's minus 110. I just see it right in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just taking the minus 135, just going with the dub. Same ballpark. So, I mean, I don't know why they keep making these Big Ten home lines so low. I don't get it. It's pretty much free money.
Yeah, it's been a bizarre year. I mean, it was like, who did I watch the other night? Northwestern ended up covering at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. Like the Big Ten at home is just
really
a cheat
is.
code, especially if it's one of the better teams. You know, you go with the Minnesotas and teams like that. Obviously, you're not going to ride it as heavy. But like I said, if you get a Big Ten team at home, that's one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the Big Ten. You got to nail it. So we're going to be hammering Michigan State today for sure. I got about 4 or 5 bets that I'm going to give out here.
What else you got?
I like one of my favorite bets of the day is actually Central Connecticut. I really like Central Connecticut in this spot. I don't know if you've looked into that game much or have a lean on it. This is more not a team play as much as a money play. Rackets, you'll be able to chime in on this. Right now, Central Connecticut they started as a pick 'em. They're up to -1 in some spots. And they're 86% of the bets and 95% of the money is on Merrimack. And Merrimack's gone from a pick 'em to +1.5.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's like you see these and you're just like, how is that possible? Like, that can't happen. It's 65, 70%. I get it. But how do you have a small school, Howie, that no one's fucking betting on Merrimack, Central Connecticut, except idiots like us? How is a line moving in the opposite direction with 90% of the money on one side and 90% of the bets? I'm going Central Connecticut.
It's basically the road team in this series.
Mm-hmm.
The road team has covered the last 6 games in a row, going back and forth. Last year, I don't even know if they play each other yet this year.
I don't think they have. I think.
But last year the game was at Merrimack and Central Connecticut covered. So that's what they're going by. They're going by the road team. But I agree with you. At some point, it's going to break. I like Central Connecticut at home.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I like about these type of bets is, you know, you have a large slate today. We probably got 60 plus games on the slate. You know, maybe even 100. I mean, there's a huge slate for Thursday, and a lot of good teams playing. You know, there's probably fucking like 500 people in the country who put a bet on this game, right? So 499 are probably betting $50 on Merrimack, and one guy probably walked in and went, boom, 50 grand on Central Connecticut. So those low volume games where you see line movements like that, I actually like them better because there's probably one whale who knows what the fuck's up, and I'm riding him. You know, I'm not betting on the team. I'm not betting on the series. I'm betting on that guy, whoever that is, who could hold 95% of the public down with his bet. That's who we're tailing on this one. So I love Central Connecticut. What else you like? You said Northeastern?
I love Northeastern. They're on the road playing at Townsend State. I really like them. I like them a lot here. I mean, they're a decent team. They're getting 9.5. I think it'll be a close game. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually beat Townsend State tonight.
Wow. You like them to win outright, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good one. I'll have to look and see what that is. I might toss that one up. I really like Northwestern here.
All right, Northeastern.
Last 8 times they played, the road teams covered 6.
I just want to cover Northeastern, right?
Yeah.
You said Western. I want to make sure that people aren't.
I
got Northwestern because Howie said it on the show.
That's the little school in Boston. That's what we're looking at.
Boston.
Yeah.
There's a few games that the lines fit the Tommy G fucking system here when you got that fucking super high ranked road team versus unranked home team and the line stays under 6, which you guys know it's one of my favorite things to bet. We got 3 of them tonight. We have Purdue at Michigan, which is probably one of the biggest games of the night. Number 1 team in the country. I always love betting against the number 1 team in the country on the road, especially when they've been there for a minute, because just in college basketball for the last 5 years, teams don't stay in that spot very long. Like you get there and then you fall off. So Michigan's been playing really well at home. They're 8-2 at home this year. Purdue's been playing really well everywhere. Obviously, they're best team in the country right now. But I kind of like this spot here, man. I mean, Michigan had a nice win over Penn State. They had a blowout win over Maryland at home. They beat Minnesota, which isn't a big feather in your cap in Northwestern, but they've been playing really well at home. I think that arena's going to be rocking today. And I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan wins this. I'm going to take the 5.5, but I wouldn't be surprised for an upset here in this one.
Yeah, Purdue's primed to get beat again.
They're
not that great of a team. They got a 7'6" monster in the middle. They have a couple good young guards. They shoot the shit out of it. But they're a team that, Penn State went in there. Or no, I'm sorry, Rutgers went to Purdue and beat them.
Yeah. I think this Purdue team's overrated. Like you said, it's Edey. They got that big fucking Yao Ming in the middle who's evolved since last year. But I just if you can get a little helter-skelter on this team, I don't think they're as good as their record shows. What else you got on the board here?
I agree. Other one I got tonight, I really like Charlotte. I like Charlotte. Charlotte is plus 1.5. What the fuck are they playing?
Let me just see here. Pull that up. I don't even think I looked at that one.
They're playing.
Charlotte's playing Rice.
They're playing Rice. Rice, I think, 14-5. Charlotte has a good team. I actually think they go into Rice tonight and win this game.
All right.
Win this game.
We like Charlotte. I have no point on that one. Two of the other ones that kind of fit that mold. I mean, really, they're all at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. They're all later, the three top-ranked teams. But I have a play on USC.
That's what I like.
I have a play on what? You like USC?
I love USC at home tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot for them right now versus UCLA. So you talk through it first, and then I'll give mine.
Yeah, I mean, USC's got good players, great coach. And UCLA, I think, want to say who they just lose to? Arizona. Once Arizona on the road. Arizona's a solid team, but USC's solid too. I mean, top 3 teams in that Pac-12. I do think that they probably upset UCLA tonight.
I do too.
It wouldn't be a huge upset.
No, and listen, they just played at UCLA. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was a 2-point game. I think it was down to the wire. They should have beat UCLA in UCLA.
USC's got athletes.
That's a good team. Again, like the big thing about these big schools when they're underdogs against these top teams, you got to put yourself. You got to not just look like at. And me and Howie factored this in a ton. Not just at players, but at environments. The environment in college basketball is everything. That school this is a big rivalry, same state. These schools are miles apart, and they circled this on their calendar at the beginning of the year. UCLA and USC. So the stadium's going to be rocking. Fucking roof should be coming off this place. And as long as they don't get down early, which UCLA isn't really a blowout team, they'll let you hang around and then beat you late. I think USC wins this. And another one that this line just looks crazy, Howie. I mean, you're talking Washington State's getting 5 against Arizona. Arizona's the 6th team in the country. They're 17-3. Washington State's 9-12. And Arizona's going to Washington State, and this line's only 5. This looks just trappy as fuck, so I'm going to ride the same system here, and I'm going to take Washington State plus 5 in this one.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Wouldn't you think that line's 10?
I see that. It should be 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Arizona, I don't see any injuries. I don't see any.
No, there's not. I searched it like crazy. It doesn't make sense why this line. Now, most people are going to look at this. Like, if you're looking at a line like this in the NFL, you're going to look at that and say, oh, I'm getting a ton of value here on Arizona. College basketball is the other way around. If something looks wrong, Howie made the statement at the beginning of the year, all of a sudden some 7-footer from Zimbabwe shows up playing his first game, or, the student section's got some fucking big thing going on, or, his kid's got COVID on Arizona that we don't find out about till 5 minutes before the game. But if a line is off, I have this lined at 9.5 Arizona, and it's 5. So I'm going the other way. I'm leaning into the trap. And I think one of these 3 teams, if not 2, Washington State, USC, and Michigan, we're going to see 1, maybe 2 of those teams knock off the top 10 teams they're playing.
When you look at this Arizona-Washington State line, right off the bat, I see that, and I'm like, Washington State's probably going to win by 10.
Yeah, exactly. The line is so fucked up. Not to mention Washington State's coming off 2 losses to Utah and Colorado. It's not like they're even hot.
Somebody within the practices knows something. Like, you got either there was a fight in Arizona's practice and 3 kids got hurt, or there's an investigation going. There's something going on with Arizona, and it's just not the same Arizona team.
The thing I'm leaning on here is that Washington State actually beat Arizona by 13 in Arizona recently. So this just may be a matchup issue here. Did you have another college basketball bet before we move on?
Yeah, that's it. Let's see. The last one I got here.
I saw Marshall.
I got Marshall minus 15.5. I think they win by 30 tonight.
Yeah, Marshall on a stomp.
Yeah, I think 30. They're at home. They actually have a good team. They need a good, solid win tonight, and fucking they're playing. The hell was I saw earlier? They suck.
They're I forget. I was looking at their matchup too. I was going to put them in a teaser. Marshall. They're playing Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe, terrible team down there. They've lost to everybody. Marshall's actually solid. They've beaten everybody. Had one bad loss to Georgia Southern on the road, but I like them tonight. I like them at home.
I'll give you one last one, guys, before we get out of here for college basketball. Just because we haven't had a show in the last couple of days, and Fridays are usually pretty bad college basketball shows. I'm going to take Florida International plus 100 here. This is another one where this line is just looking fucking insane based on the movement that we're seeing here. So I like everything I'm seeing in this FIU game. Some of your books may list it as FIU. Some of them may list it as Florida International. Western Kentucky started as a 2-point favorite. They're up to a 1.5-point dog. Whenever that line flips through 0 with 80% of the public on it, again, you're probably only going to see small bets on this, and then you're going to see one whale came in. So I like FIU. You can still get it at +1 at some books. I'm just going to take Florida International plus 100. And that'll be what? What did we just give them? 12 college basketball bets?
Yeah.
There you go. You got your money's worth, guys. So we'll win fucking 9 of these and come on and brag tomorrow. Howie, Dewey, anything else before I let you go?
No, I think that's it. And it's going to be a wild weekend. We got a ton of huge games this weekend.
This weekend's going to be fun. We've been killing it. All right, Dewey. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, my man.
All right, bro. All right, Evan Hand, checking you back in. Let's see. Did Bill even write his bets down?
He did.
He did. Okay, so he did that for us as he left the show, Rackets. That was nice of him. So let's read Bill's bets.
He's got to figure out the Zodiac Killer.
I mean, dude, I know him so well that I knew 30 minutes ago he was not going to make it through the show. 30 minutes ago. And he'll say it's because Tommy goaded me or said something wrong. No. Knew 30 minutes ago that was happening. Did the same thing I always do. And someone still needs to find me a video of Mahomes running up the steps. What do we got from Bill?
All right, he's first got Nick Claxton over 16.5 points. That's -113. He's just been doing the thing he needs to be doing. So
he's doing the things he needs to do. There we go. So you're going to be Bill for this segment. So you give me Bill's plays and his analysis.
And talk like that. Give your impersonation of Bill.
Do your best Bill analytical impersonation of what you think's going to happen.
All right, guys. We have Julius Randle next for the first team basket, plus 650. He's hit the first basket a couple times before. I think he's going to do it tonight too. And we also have him for the first team basket as well, because if we don't hit the first basket, we can hit the first team basket because he does the things he's supposed to be doing.
That's great.
Bill's still he's still here. He left.
He's probably seething. He wants to come in so bad. He wants to also pretend he walked off.
He left. He fucking left.
No, I knew he was leaving. I knew he was leaving.
He left the stream.
Yeah, I knew he was. And he's going to come on and go, no, Tommy made me do this because he goaded me. Meanwhile, we fight like that every show. He just wanted to go. He wanted to go before he got on. You should have heard his reaction at fucking 10 minutes to 2. Because he's like jacked up talking to me about the Zodiac Killer. And then he's like, wait a minute. We have Stay Cashin tonight? I'm like, yeah, like 10 minutes in. Fucking fuck.
Let him
He was
have his
angling
day.
for a backdoor out. Rackets, good luck on Rupp and Rackets today. You guys have Rupp and Rackets.
Oh, man. He's going to be like, fuck, it's Thursday.
It'll be one of those, like, you start the Rupp and Rackets, and you're like 8 minutes into it, and he's like, all right, Rackets, what do you got for tennis?
Yeah.
Like, whenever he goes to Rackets for tennis, you know he's done. Like,
He doesn't want to talk.
that's it. It's like, all right, tennis. Okay, anything else? All right, let's wrap this up quick.
I guess
great.
Kababble sent him 2 soccer bets as well.
Okay, let's go. I could use a soccer bet. Are any of them right now? We don't know. We got to undercover.
Well, one's in 11 minutes. He put
They're in Kababble
Central
time, so we don't know.
Central
Oh,
time.
my God. Kababble time.
So he goes Vinicius Junior
Okay.
G/A. I don't know what any of these
Vinicius
teams-
Junior GA and Brian Brobbery AGS parlay. Is that the one you're looking at?
I think this one's just a straight bet.
Okay, what is it?
I think it's their money line plus 120.
This is like written in hieroglyphics.
I have no fucking clue what.
Well, this is what it says: Vinicius Junior GA, Spain Copa del Rey, 0.83 units to win one.
1, yeah.
Figure
Plus
that out.
120.
I don't know what that. The other play he had on here is Brian Brobbery AGS parlay. I don't know. It's kind of written in a different language.
I got
There's just some weird teams that we're betting on here.
Goncalo Ramos anytime goal scorer plus Beneficia team
Let me
total
go
over
into
1.5.
let me go into the chat and see if Kababble has that in English.
Evan needs Rosetta Stone to fucking figure out what
I mean, dude, I'm
plays.
reading it with him. I'm looking at the hashtag on the site.
I don't know.
And I'm like, usually I'll be able to correct Evan when he's got something. I have no idea what this says. Vinicius Jr. GA, Spain, Copa del Rey, 0.83 to win one. The best one is the parlay. Vinicius Jr. GA plus Brian Brobbery AGS parlay. Kababble, if you're in the Discord, I'm keeping my eye on it if you'd like to. Kababble, he said to invite him on. So Kababble would like to invite him on so he can translate this for us. Let me see. Rackets, do we have any tennis right now before we move over to NHL? Do we have any? I mean, we're pretty much down to the wire, right?
Nope. The only thing I will say is I gave you guys Arena Sabalenka plus 850 before the tournament started. She is now in the finals. So
And looks good.
And she looks good, and she's the favorite in the final. I also said in the chat earlier today, but this was while the Sabalenka match was going on. I assumed that she would be a slight favorite against Rybakina at minus 130-ish. The line opened at
Hold on, Evan, did you invite Kababble?
Yeah.
All right. We did, you idiot. He's going to invite me, you mooks, in the chat. Check your email, you mook.
Check your email. The line opened this morning at minus 140. It is now exactly minus 130. So I was right on the line.
So do we hedge Saba now? What's the hedge on the other side? Like, what's the best way to hedge Saba?
You can hedge plus 108, plus 110 on DraftKings. Depends where you bet it. Plus 850 on Sabalenka. So I'm going to hedge probably 3 units on Rybakina to lock up 3.3 or 8.5. I'm sorry, 3.3 or 5.5.
And I know future aside, based on the way they're playing and current form and all that, who would you take if you were didn't have the future?
If I was just betting it, I like Sabalenka, but Rybakina, again, they're very similar players. They both got big power serve. They're both very, very good returners. Sabalenka is 10-0 on the season so far. She has not lost a set. She's 20-0 in sets. I definitely lean that way. She looks good. She's not doing the double fault bullshit. And even when the match got tough this morning, she double faulted right when she was about to close the match.
I did see that.
Back.
She got a little shaky there at the end where I was like, luckily she got those 2 breaks leading into that because it looked like.
Yep. She got a little shaky at the end there, but
she picked it right up.
She picked it right up and aced back-to-back ace finisher, or an ace to get it. Yeah, back-to-back aces to get to 40-15, and then she closed out.
All right, we got Kababble here live from Afghanistan. What up, Kababble?
Jesus, he dodging nukes over there? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Fucking Kababble came right out of the bunker. He's like, fuck this. Kababble, what does all this mean? What is a Brian Brobbery? What is going on?
Well, you guys would all know what this meant if Ghost would ever post my fucking article that I wrote. I don't know where. I wrote it like my first month here. I wrote my first month here, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting on a couple more, and it's never been posted." I'm pretty sure I just wasted my time.
So the AGS and the GA and stuff, I could figure out, right? I'm assuming anytime goal scorer.
It's Vinicius Jr. goal or assist.
So that's a person.
Yep, it's their winger. For Real Madrid.
Who's they? Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Okay. They're playing in the Copa del Rey Cup.
Do you know how long it would have taken me to find Vinicius Jr. not knowing he's on Real Madrid? I feel like Real Madrid.
Google that question.
I feel like Real Madrid should have been somewhere in that post.
Could you ask Google that? And they're like, I don't fucking know.
Siri. Let me see if Siri knows. Hold on. Siri. I don't think I even have Siri set up. Siri, are you there? Hello, Siri. Siri's like, fuck you. She doesn't even care. Okay, carry on, Kababble.
The other one is Vinicius Jr. goal or assist plus Brian Brobbery anytime goal scorer parlay. That's sitting at plus 257. Brobbery plays for Ajax. He's a lead striker in Netherlands Eredivisie League. And then the last one is Goncalo Ramos anytime goal scorer plus Benfica team total over 1.5. Primeira Liga, Portugal. That's minus 105.
I mean, no one works harder than you, Kababble. There's no one in the world who combines Iranian soccer with Korean fucking table tennis and finds a nice parlay for these. So Vinicius Jr. is on Real Madrid.
Yes.
And
So,
Brian Brobbery is on what? Ajax? That's a team?
Ajax.
That's a thing?
Yep.
It sounds like a detergent.
It definitely is that too.
Ajax? That's what they decided to name that fucking team? What's wrong with them?
They're probably named that way before they came up with that cleaner.
I mean, Jesus. I don't even know if it is a cleaner. It just sounds like it is. All right. I'm going to try and find these. And what time's this start? This starts in Central Kababble time?
It starts at, I've been putting Eastern time for you mooks too. So 3 o'clock Eastern.
Oh,
so
nice.
5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we got 5 minutes to find these. All right. Yeah, that should be doable.
The big thing I like about Vinicius Jr. is Atletico Madrid fans. That's who they're facing. They hung a sign out on a bridge that said Madrid doesn't like Real, and they put a mannequin hanging over the edge with a Vinicius Jr. jersey. And there's been some past history with them being racist towards him. So I like him to show out. I'm really hoping that he has some kind of hidden message under his jersey to show after he scores the.
And how do we
Really
find
like
this on
the Phantom Fire.
FanDuel? Is there a goal
It's on
assist?
FanDuel. Yeah, it's under FanDuel. I think it's under goal scorer options.
Goal scorer.
It'd be like the second or third one down. You'll see goal or assist.
Okay. All right. Goal scorer options. Let's see here. Let's do it together. Goal scorer assist double. That's not it, right?
No.
Anytime goal scorer to score or assist. I mean, why would
to
you
score
write
assist.
goal scorer and then write to score or assist? Why not goal scorer or assist? All right. So I'm here. All right. Vinicius Jr. I got him. And we'll walk through this together, folks. And the other soccer player was what? Ajax? What time is that game?
That game starts at 3 o'clock as well.
Okay.
Eastern
What
time.
league are they in? Are they EPL?
No, they're Dutch or Eredivisie.
Oh,
So
Dutch
if you go to
Eredivisie.
live, it's right below it if you go to live/upcoming on FanDuel.
Okay, live/upcoming, and there's probably like hundreds of people doing the same thing I'm doing. Ajax?
Ajax.
Oh, you call them Ajax? That they are a fucking detergent then, Rackets.
Nice.
All right, and what are we doing here? Anytime goal scorer, Brian Brobbery?
Yeah, it's really jumped. So it might not be
Let's go.
plus
No, I'm in.
257.
I'm in. Can I
And then
parlay
the other one I could only get on DraftKings because for some reason I don't have Portuguese anytime goal scoring odds.
I mean, how do you not have Portuguese goal scoring props? I mean,
What are they
I don't know.
thinking?
I mean,
I
come on. How
used
do
to.
they even stay in business?
I was hoping they had the Ronaldo match today in Saudi Arabia so I could send a bet on that, but they
They
didn't.
don't have the Ronaldo match, but they have Dutch Eredivisie. Interesting.
Hey man, I
All
keep
right.
you guys all over the place.
All right, Kabab. We'll let you go back to killing bad guys.
All right.
Go. Can I bet on your kills today or no?
Go on the under because I'm going to leave.
Later, Kababble. Thank you for coming
Later.
on and translating.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Ragged. So nothing on tennis. We did that. Let's go to NHL here real quick. Just 2 seconds. I have 2 NHL plays, both underdogs as usual. Penguins plus 110 and Arizona Coyotes plus 140. Neither of these are big plays, just small stabs on these 2 plays tonight for you guys. So that is Penguins plus 110, Arizona Coyotes, as they call them. What do you say, Rackets? Do you say Coyotes or Coyotes?
Coyotes.
You had to think about that a while.
Yeah, I did have to think about that. 'cause
You
I
never
was like,
said
I
that
don't-
word
I don't
before?
really know.
Was that like the first
I
time
don't
you
know.
said
I don't
that?
really talk about hockey too much. So I had to think
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
no, I'm just talking about the animal. Like if you
Coyote.
see a coyote, you say
Yeah, I
coyote?
say coyote for sure.
Really? Evan, what do you say?
I'm coyote.
Evan's on mute. So.
Do you want to say it not on mute, or do you want to do
I'm
it on mute?
coyote. My bad.
You're coyote too?
Yeah.
I mean,
when
I've
I'm
never
talking about
said-
the hockey team, I think I say coyotes sometimes.
I mean, it's a
don't know.
coyote. What do you guys in the
don't know.
chat say? Do you say yote or yodi? It's coyotes, right? I've never said coyote. I'm still trying
I
to
think
put this
coyote is like the singular version,
Yeah, I say coyote.
Really?
but like coyotes is the plural.
I mean, it's just a coyote. I mean, it's a coyote. Oh, you know what I did, Rackets? Fuck. I did first to score.
No, now you got to
God
bring
damn it.
Kababble
Now I
back
gotta
on.
hope Vinicius Jr. in the Spanish Copa del Rey League pops the first goal of the game, or I'm fucked. They won't even let me cash out because they don't even. They're probably sitting there wondering how they even got this bet in. All right,
Kababble,
let's-
get back up here. Tommy needs to be walked through again.
Yeah, I found it again. my eidetic memory. T, right? T's, Yodis, Yodi. Yeah, a lot of more people on my side. Wow, I was outnumbered here.
Well, y'all ain't
so
from
those are the
this
NHL.
country.
Yeah, I guess you guys are like Canada. I guess that's like a Canada thing, right? You guys up in upstate New York and Buffalo and all that shit. You guys probably Iconic probably says Yotes. I say Yotes. Let's go to a quick NFL preview. Obviously, tomorrow's host show is going to be breaking down the NFL preview. But we talked a little bit about it on Monday. Kind of first look at this Rackets. Your boys are fucking live right now. The San Francisco 49ers are there. Talk to me about that game. How do you see this game playing out? Niners-Eagles, which in my opinion is the tougher game to handicap. I think the Bengals just roll. I think you see a Buffalo Bills game all over again this week versus them. But what are you thinking here?
Obviously, I like the 49ers this week. What I am kind of concerned about is it kind of favors the 49ers. I don't think there's going to be many points scored in this game. I think it stays under the total. I think both teams are going to try and run the ball a lot. Obviously, the Eagles are going to try and run the ball. The 49ers are going to try and run the ball. And both teams have a really good defense. So I think the total is going to stay under there. And you're going to see – I've been fucking clouting Brock Purdy for the last 2 months, dude. I've been saying I've been saying he's 2001 Tom Brady all over. Like, ever the first fucking week I saw him, that's what he reminded me of. Right. He throws 70% of completions and 2 touchdowns every week. Is he going to have to do that on Sunday? Probably, but I don't know if he's going to do that. That's the issue. So I kind of think that you're gonna see more of a game that he had last week, where it's more of like a 60% completions and there's not really maybe 1 touchdown there. But I think McCaffrey's big in this game. I think you're gonna see Debo out of the backfield. I think you're gonna see Juice out of the backfield. Kittle into block. I don't think he has too much receiving this week either. But the 49er defense, man, it's going to come down to can they stop the Eagles' offense? Because, in my opinion, that's the matchup of the weekend. I think the 49ers will be able to put up points. I don't know how many. I would say this game, what was the total on it? I didn't even look
46
at it.
46.5.
46.5. I see like 20-17. It's going to stay right under that total, but 49ers squeak it out by field goal.
Yeah, I think this is a good 4-team teaser game, actually. Those 13-point same-game teasers here. I think you could be looking at this game. I'll probably be playing something like over 33, under 60, Niners plus 15.5, Eagles plus 11.5 or 10.5. Like one of those. I think Vegas is right on this game. I think this game is right where it should be. I would make the Niners probably a pick 'em in this game. I think the Niners win. So I'm with you. I think the Niners win, but I understand how you can't make Philly an underdog at home after the season they've had.
One thing I wanted to add out of that, when the look ahead lines before last week were out, this game was lined at 49ers minus 2.5, and then it opened at Eagles plus 3. So there was a 5-point swing just on that game with the Giants based on the recency bias. I think you see a game closer to what we saw or what we were expecting to see 2 weeks ago on the look ahead line with the 49ers minus 2.5. I think the recency bias is why you're seeing the line you're seeing right now.
Yeah, and listen, no matter which way you put it, if you put it at Niners minus 2, if you put it Eagles minus 2, I'm fine with you. It is a coin flip. Like, the line's right. This should be a close game. You got 2 young quarterbacks in their first NFC Championship games. Obviously, Jalen Hurts looked good last week. Brock Purdy didn't look great last week, but Brock Purdy did what he needed to do in the drive that mattered the most. So he got it done. In the words of Bill Rupp, he did what he needed to do. So I think this game's close. I like the Niners, but my favorite bet of the weekend right now, obviously you guys know I'm obsessed with the Bengals. I've been Team Burrow since college. He made us a shit ton of money in college when we were betting him at LSU. I said he was going to be the best quarterback ever to play in the entire NFL when he was in LSU. He right now is looking like he's definitely on pace for that. I said he's the best quarterback in the NFL a year and a half ago, and everyone laughed at me. What this kid is doing is otherworldly. He does not have a line. He does not have a line. He has no line. He has a rookie coach basically a couple years ago when he started this journey. Doesn't have any, coming off a gigantic injury 2 years ago before the last 2 years. And he's just different. He's just built different. He's 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. He's 3-0 against the healthy Patrick Mahomes. And I think the brain children of the Cincinnati defense do get a little overlooked. I was looking up some stats on what they were able to do to Mahomes. Last year, if you remember in the playoff game, the Bengals were losing 21-3 in that game. And this is the beauty of Burrow. This is the thing that makes him different. Like, you're never nervous. Remember, Bill had to wear the dunce cap. That was because they were down 21 to the Bucs, and I was like, not even scared. Like, he's gonna come back. It's just what he does. He's going to fucking come back and stomp them out. Stomped out Buffalo last week. I saw a stat that one of the things the Bengals been doing to Mahomes when they play him is they only rush 3 Rackets. So they start off with a normal defense for like the first quarter and a half, and then they switch it to rush 3, drop 8. And that's where they've been really taking advantage of Mahomes by dropping 8 on him. And I mean, is there ever a better time where you could rush 3 and drop 8 than right now with Mahomes being at anywhere from 20% to 60% health, where you don't need to worry about him running around. You don't need to worry about him breaking out. I think this game isn't going to be as close as people think. I really don't. I said it last week at the Bills. I didn't understand how they were underdogs, let alone a 6-point underdog, when they were running through them like a hot knife through butter the day DeMar Hamlin died. That game probably would have ended with a 15-point Bengals victory. And they ran through him last week. Didn't even try. Burrow was just fucking around out there. He was playing flag football, joking around. I think it's going to be somewhat similar with Mahomes not being 100%. And I think you need to get this Bengals bet in now, just in case something happens with Mahomes before Sunday. So you want to take this line right now. Up until game time, you're never going to see the Bengals +3. But you do have a chance if Mahomes tweaks something or hurts something or is running up the steps without anyone filming it where only Bill Rupp can see it, like Rocky on Friday, and hurts his ankle and misses the game, and this is Chad Henne, you're going to see the Bengals go to -10. So the +1 right now, just take it. Book it. Take the +1 for the Bengals. If you could throw that in there. But my favorite bet of the weekend, Rackets, is actually Bengals +7.5 alt line and Niners +7.5 alt line. I think if you're getting a touchdown with each of these 2 teams, I think you should be set. And it's only -126. So, but get your Bengals bets in now. If you are betting the Bengals, get them in fucking right now. The only thing that can happen between now and Sunday is maybe the Bengals go to +2, +2.5. It's not, you're not going to get that much value, but you could lose 10 points on this spread if, God forbid, something happens to Mahomes between now and Sunday, tweaks his ankle. So if you like the Bengals, which you should, get them in now. We also have, I think I gave it out on here too, right, E? The Bengals to beat the Niners in the Super Bowl +2,400.
Yes, sir.
So
we did.
We are sitting on that. So let's hope we get a Niners and a Bengals win. And then that's Hedge City, guys. That line's going to be like, that'll be like a pick 'em in the fucking Super Bowl, right? You're looking at Mahomes -3 maybe in that game, Racket, if they played the Niners.
Yeah, I think the look-ahead lines are out, and it would be -1 anyway.
Yeah, I mean, all these teams are +280 to win the Super Bowl. It's basically
one thing I wanted
flip.
to add: you're dropping, rushing 3, dropping 8. They were doing it on 2nd down, which is what really was fucking Mahomes up.
Yep, and I think they could do it all game now. I mean, I think they could really fucking.
They were doing it against Josh Allen too, and I wanted to bring up that brings up Lou Anarumo, or however the fuck you say his last name.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Why isn't anybody talking to him about a head coaching job? And why aren't the Colts talking about, why haven't the Colts interviewed? They've interviewed 97 people. He's not one of them, and he's probably the best candidate besides the Ryans.
No idea. I mean, you talk to any team in the league, even if you talk to the players that play him, that play against him after the game, they're talking about how much of a genius. We don't even know his fucking name. Right? Like,
I can't even say his name.
No one talks about him at all.
Guido, though, I like him. Anarumo. Louis.
But he's a genius. I mean, I think it's Anarumo or Anaramo. I know it's Lou Anarumo or Anarumo, but he's a genius. And he's been doing this for 2 years. The halftime adjustments for the Bengals are just insane. Like, once you start doing something on them, they don't let you do it for the whole game. So they don't have a great defense, but they have a smart defense that plays together. So I love the Bengals. I love the Niners. I have a bunch of props, too, that I'm really high on that we'll give out tomorrow on the Stay Cashin show, and we do a much bigger deep dive into the NFL weekend. One of them is obviously going to be Travis Kelce. I just don't think the algorithms are going to be able to adjust Rackets on. I'll go more in depth on it tomorrow, but we were smashing his live props that whole time. 77.5. If Mahomes is banged up, he's going to have to stay between the hashes. He's not going to be able to roll out and buy time and hit guys like Juju and them that are breaking deep 20 yards down the field. He's going to want to get the ball, drop back, and go right to his guy, which we saw with Kelce having fucking 15 catches or whatever the fuck he had last week. So 77.5 for Kelce. I'm just waiting to make sure that Mahomes gets through the week of practice, and this isn't going to be fucking Chad Henne. But, I mean, you're just going to see Kelce, 6.5 catches is his total, Rackets. That's fucking retarded. I mean, he might catch that at halftime. Like, Mahomes is just going to be peppering Kelce.
Yep. His 14 catches last week. He's going to set the record this week, probably.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the Bengals are very good at taking away the thing you do best, right? So they did a great job with Diggs. They're going to bracket Kelce and all that's not going to be matter. These are going to be quick pops right off the line of scrimmage. These are going to be 7-yard little mini slants right off the line of scrimmage. You're going to see him pop Kelsey with all day. So that's pretty much it for me, Rackets. Anything else you got?
One thing I wanted to add, I gave out the Super Bowl matchup of 49ers and Chiefs plus 650 before the playoffs started. So as long as the 49ers win, you have a built-in hedge with that, and Tommy's all Tommy's Bengals bets.
Yeah, I mean we're set. We just
don't really need to bet anything.
Yeah, we just hit the Bengals plus 550 to win the AFC. I mean, anyone who's betting the Bengals futures, I put 40% of the futures bankroll on the Bengals. Guys, get over to 4deepbets.com. Number 4deepbets.com. Not trying to fucking toot my own horn here. You know how very modest I am, Evan, right? I don't really like to talk about myself very much, right?
Yeah.
You know, so this is a little uncomfortable for me. But I have been absolutely fucking skull-fucking college basketball consistently throughout the whole year. There's been one, 10-day period where I went, kind of cold, and, I think it was the very beginning of December, end of November. But right now, November, I finished up 6.58 units. December, 51.97 units. January, we're up 45 units. Since December 15th, I'm 210 and 149, up 155.64 units. Just slaying. Just absolutely slaying. I don't know how you're not signed up. I don't know how the fuck you're not signed up. So get over there. We're heading into prime time of year here for college basketball. And we still have NFL, tennis, hockey, basketball, fucking UFC, everything. So get over there. Use code VIP20 for 20% off. For under $100, you could basically have everything we have on the site for betting all the way through the Super Bowl. Not to mention we're hanging out there in the Discord for hours and hours at a time. So get over there now, 4deepbets.com, promo code VIP20. Evan Hand, final words.
Thank you, Colt, for your $2 donation.
Let's go. I didn't even see that. Let's go. Love money. Good job, Colt. Thank you. We appreciate that.
That's Seedoff. Fuck the Eagles, though.
Yeah, let's go, Seedoff. Love you. Rackets, final words.
Rupp and Rackets 5:30 with Bill.
Maybe Cocaine and Legos edition. Who knows? And that's it. So for Howie, Dewey, Evan Hand, Joey Rackets, and the fucking biggest fucking baby in the world, Bill Rupp, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go.